Hey everybody, we're here today with my latest Counter-Strike 1.6 map. This map is called DE Pop House. And let's get right into it and I will show you the map. Let's cycle through the camera screens just so you can get the little intro that you'd get if you were selecting teams. Here's some areas of the map. Alright, now let's start off as a counter-terrorist. And here we are in counter-terrorist spawn. This is counter-terrorist spawn. This map has guns to pick up. So, let's pick up a gun and gonna move on. We have two options from right here. You can either go to the left up these stairs or to the right up this ramp. Let's start up the stairs. We go up these stairs, we're in this hallway, and we have a ladder, or you can go out there. Also, you see we have a grenade on top of this vending machine, so let's go up the ladder. You can pick up this grenade quite easily. And then you can come out, and this is the bomb site. And, oh, this room is the bomb site, I should say. And we drop down into these crates, and as you can see, here's the hallway underneath us where we also could have gone. So, very simple. And the actual bomb planting area is right around here in between these two crates. If you're up on that, you can jump on the railing and then boost a teammate onto the top of these crates. In here, this is the room with the bomb site. We have another hallway that leads up ahead over there, and we have a doorway out here, and we have these stairs which go up onto this mezzanine right here. And let's go back just so we are oriented back at CT spawn. We come around here. Now we're going to go up this ramp instead. So we're going to go up this ramp, and now we have this alleyway. You can boost onto these dumpsters if you want, but not onto the crates. So you can boost onto any of these dumpsters, and as we go along down this pathway here, there is an opening into the bomb site. So let's continue down this alleyway. We go all the way down this alleyway. We come around this corner here, and here is terrorist spawn. Here's where the terrorist spawn. You see they got some guns on the ground too. There are no buy zones on this map. You may also notice that I have a kit already, and everyone gets a 5.7. So everyone gets a 5.7. Terrorists and counter-terrorists. And so here is terrorist spawn. Here's the main entrance into the building, the my fictional apple soda cider pop. This is the bottling plant. And we go in here, and here we have a main lobby. Doge, and a vending machine. There's a grenade for the terrorists behind this counter over here. And from here, if you're a terrorist, you come in here, you can either go to the left or the right. If you go to the left, you go up these stairs, and now you're on the mezzanine. And if you go to the right, you go through this little hallway here, and you are in the bomb site. So yes, it's a one bomb site map, and the reason for that is it's supposed to play like a demolition map from CSGO. Now, I don't have the gun game style weapon selection, so what I did was I limited the number of weapons. So that not everyone can have a rifle. You see there's 3 AKs or M4s, depending on which side you're on. There's 2 pump shotguns, and there's an MP5. But what do you say? What? I have a bigger server than that. I can't play this map. Well, you may have noticed when I let it cycle through those screens over there, were some areas of the map that I haven't shown you that were clearly there. And you may have also noticed these lights, and you may have noticed these little lambda symbols lying around in places. Well, this map is actually a dynamic map. And I have compiled a special version with some buttons, because you see, this actually gets triggered by players. The more players that spawn in, it counts the players, and it will open the doors on both the T-spawn and CT spawn to reveal more weapons. There's more weapons behind these doors. See, right now it tells me it's locked. And it'll also open that gate. There's a door on the CT side, but I'll show you soon. And then there's also a second bomb site in there that will open up with even more players. So more players, more areas open up. So it starts out as a small, quick, one-site map, and then it expands. So let's load up that other map. So this Pop House button is not released. This is just a version of Pop House where I added in some buttons in CT spawn. And these buttons are simply to trigger what would normally be triggered by the players being counted. So here we are. Let's just pick up a gun so it doesn't distract us here. And now, so when a certain number of players spawn in, and these doors are team independent, but these buttons I have linked to both sides. So you will press this button when you hit 6 or more players. That number's a little finicky because it's like an old engine. The counting entities don't work perfectly. The intention was after 6 players the door opens, but then I found out a lot of times it would miscount by 1. So I had to let them open to 1 player early. So yeah, so here we go. Hit this button. If there was at least 6 players on either team, this gate is now open, and there's more guns behind it. Notice it's still a limited selection. There's only 2 M4s behind this, and then on the terrorist side there's 2 AKs. And then if even more players spawned in, then eventually that side opens. And the exact same thing happens with those garage doors on the terrorist side, except they're red lights. You'll see when we walk back around there. So, that's that. Now let me show you the dynamic areas. Right now I haven't opened any of the areas these buttons do. So let's start off by when you hit a certain number of players, it won't open the second bomb site, it'll just open the side area.
Side area open.
So you see we had an audible cue, we have the text that appears on the screen, and you get these flashing lights. So here's the doorway that opens on the CT side, which leads you to the bottling floor. And the bottling floor is actually where the second bomb site is, but as we can see right now, the second bomb site is still closed. That is not open. So you have this area up here. You can either go through that doorway, which goes out to the containers, or you can go up into this upstairs area. When we move along here, we have a fire escape. And you come down this fire escape, you're in the containers. The other door you could have gone through is right there. And here's the containers. And the terrorists can come up through the sewer. So the terrorists have the sewers to get to containers. And we'll come up to terrorist spawn. Here you can see the terrorist side doors are open. And that gate's open. And the terrorists can drop down to the sewers from there. And that's all that's added there, is just that side path, just to give an extra route, but it's still a 1 bomb site map right now. But if you continue to get more players, what happens is it will open the second site. So now we'll hit this button.
Second side open.
You'll notice there was a delay there with the sound telling you the second site was open. That's actually because if the second site were to open, both the side area and the second site open at the same time on a respawn. So that was delayed just so that it could say the side area was open and then the second site was open. But in this case I was opening them separately, so it just sounded like a weird delay. So now we'll come in back in here, and as you can see, here's our second site. It is open. Bomb site's back here. We got a fan, random fan for this machinery. That sound for the fan is actually a custom sound I recorded. A friend of mine had an old antique fan that didn't work, so I went to take a look at it just to see if there were like bad brushes in the motor. Turns out the blade was just getting hung up. The blade was bent. So I had it working, but the blade was a little off balance, so it made a very nice distinct sound, so I recorded it. And we have that sound for the map. So yeah, so this is the bomb site. It's nothing too fancy. It's kind of like cut off. You have some like a hiding area over here. You can cover the site. You have these 2 openings in. You can also go up this conveyor belt and boost a teammate up on top of there if you want to, if you so desire. Aside from that, everywhere else has clip brushes because I had to keep it blocked off so that people wouldn't try to like double boost over when the site wasn't open, because then they'd just be stuck inside with nowhere to go, and that's not ideal. So yeah, that's the whole map basically. Oh, and I forgot to mention that when the second site opens, this doorway also opens in here, which wasn't open before. And this is just like storage area 2. I used one of the default decals for that, but it's just part of the warehouse area. And I'll come back around to the bomb site in the warehouse, our main bomb site, when it's still 1 bomb site map. And as you can see, it's a one-way. You can get up here, you can shoot through here, you can cover that doorway, but it's a one-way drop unless you double boost. So yeah, that's the whole map. Small map, starts out really small. As more players come in, you have more options, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a little bit difficult. I was trying to play test the second bomb site, but I couldn't get much in because the beta version of this, it took too many people to open. So for this final version, I've lowered that number, but we'll see how it goes. Mainly, I intended it to be played as a one bomb site map. And after talking to some people playtesting it on the COS server, we thought he was saying like, hey, like why not make a side area? And I said, you know what, if I'm going to do that, I'll do a second bomb site too. But the main idea of this map is you have a small one bomb site map for play, quick, like fast action. And it has contingencies and stuff for if you do have a bigger server and more people join. But yeah, so that's DE Pop House. And I'll leave the link in the description to Game Banana and 17 Buddies where you can download it. And that's it. Have fun.